my V family all over the world. This is your chief. Welcome to my Wednesday message. Alright, and Irish has told me that whenever I self-record on this iPad, whenever I get close, like getting intense, I get cut off. So guys, please adapt, adjust, accommodate, okay? As long as you hear my message, feel my heart, okay? Then take it and apply it on week 28, which is this week, and max out, guys, okay? Reach for the skies. This has been an exciting week. Last Saturday, I was privileged to be able to participate and listen to Dato Sri Vijay in a pre-zone program called the Lion's Den. Unbelievable. And then on the Instagram live, guys, I started talking about the lion and the sheep, the whole concept of sheep and lion, and I got tons of questions, tons of messages seeking for clarity, asking questions. So this is your chief on his Wednesday message, week 28, all right, wanting to give more information about this amazing lesson that our visionary and mentor, Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran, was talking about last Saturday in the Lion's Den with about 250 unbelievably lucky people from the network, from the corporate, V ambassadors, V partners were there. It was simply unbelievable. So guys, it's simple logic, okay? And I always try my best in my Wednesday message to communicate in the most simplest manner that you guys understand. Now, firstly, I've come to realize that there's a variety of people who watch my Wednesday message. Firstly, you have my old loyal friends and downlines who've been watching me for years on the Wednesday message. Then there's the new kids on the block, which is a band. And if you don't know the band, I hate you because you're too young. If you know the band, you're from my generation, okay? And the new kids on the block, simply people who just signed up, who just started their journey of becoming a networker, all right? Uncertain, unsure, overwhelmed by this big decision they have taken. So I try to make sure my Wednesday message appeals to everyone, okay? So if you are watching and you've been following my Wednesday message, the purpose of these Wednesday messages is ultimately to keep you switched on, all right? To keep you in that zone. I remember I'm telling people for so many years that my success, I attribute it, all right, for my luck, okay, the blessing I have to be able to stay in Dato Sri Vijay's zone for years, for the past 23 years. All right, now please let me tell you, it's not easy, but I've done it. And staying in his zone keeps you switched on. And ultimately, what is this concept of staying in the zone? A lot of people have spoken about it, but nobody has described it. It's basically the highest level of power of association. And today I want to connect lion and sheep to power of association. Now, as you know, the world is divided to two groups of people. Simply put, the whole world, your whole network, all right, this whole 8 billion people on the planet are divided to two attitudes, two mindsets. One is sheep and one is lion, okay? And ultimately, it's simple logic. The lions succeed. The lions control this world. These lions can make a decision and change the world completely just like that. Now the sheep, there's nothing wrong with them. They just exist. They go with the flow. Go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, that kind of stuff. The lions are the people who change things, who create history, all right, who create concepts that change the way we live our world, whether it's social media, all right, the concept of electronic currency or cryptocurrency, okay, the world of entertainment, Netflix, okay, the world of communication, that WhatsApp, Telegram. These are all created by lions. Lions want to change the status quo. They never, ever belong in a comfort zone, right? They are constantly on the move. They are constantly on the hunt for something bigger, a bigger dream, a bigger goal, a bigger difference that they want to make on this planet. Now, we all start our journey somewhere along the line as sheep. And I am the first one to admit All right, I was a sheep. Simple as that. I believed in this concept that we go with the flow. This is life. These are the cards I'm being dealt with. This is the master plan. All right, go to school, go to university, graduate, look for a job, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, and after 40 years retire and then die broke. Now this is a programming that has been instilled in us by other sheep. All right, because you went to school, you were taught by sheep. Okay, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but even our family sometimes are all sheep. You never get a chance to be in the zone of a lion. Wherever you come from, your mindset, if it is a mindset of sheep, it simply means that your association, your power of association throughout your journey of life has been predominantly surrounded by sheep. So when sheep say, meh, everyone says, meh, 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 meh. And sheep just move. One sheep go to the left, everyone goes to the left. All right? They eat, they poop, they sleep. Okay? They survive. They don't live life to the fullest. And then you have these lions. And the $1 million question somebody asked me on WhatsApp multiple times is, Chief, how do I transform from a sheep to a lion? So let me answer from my perspective. Firstly, I got into this business 22 years old as a mindset of a sheep. But inside, there was an unsettling feeling. I could hear the roar of a lion, faint, very, very soft, somewhere inside. I would sleep at night and go, meh, 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 and suddenly I hear, roar. And I wake up and I wonder, where is that? And then I came to the realization that inside each one of us, inside every one of you, there is a lion. All right? But because of your power of association with sheep, since the day you went to school, in college, that's about 18 years, 19 years, that lion has been suppressed. That lion has been told to go to a corner. Now that lion couldn't do anything. It was overwhelmed by the sound. Meh, meh. You understand? And it's too loud. And the lion said, what's going on? I better go and hide in the corner. And then I realized that 23 years ago, I met these two unbelievable, roaring, powerful, crazy, life-changing, change the world, go against status quo lions, Japadas Bismarck and Dato Sri Vijay Ishwar. And I met them. And I spent time with them. Hours. All right? Every moment I could grab of being in their zone, the power of association. All right? I went to them. Every question, every confusion. I wanted to learn about changing the world. I wanted to understand the power of the concept of network marketing. All right? 3 on the left, 3 on the right. Max out, financial freedom, chase your dream, be a warrior, fight against anyone trying to stop you. All of this was overwhelming. And suddenly I realized that when I was with them, all right, whether it's 1 minute, 1 hour, a whole night sitting down and being mentored by Dato Sri Vijay, I constantly heard the roar of a lion. I heard that sound, that roar, that roar, that roar. I couldn't hear any sheep. And suddenly I was confused because I realized, hey, I don't hear that meh, meh anymore. And this is 2 lions. And when they were roaring at me, the sound of my roar from within became louder. You understand? And I could hear like, roar, roar, roar. And I felt good. I felt powerful. I felt like I could conquer the world. Fear disappeared from me. All the pre-programming from all the sheep in my journey of life, nothing against them, all right, was suddenly disappearing. And I heard the roar of these lions, and that roar created a chain reaction in me which started to unleash this roar. And I left them occasionally. And I went back to my life. And every time I went back to my life, to a different power of association, I heard that irritating sound again. Meh, meh, meh. And my roar inside became softer and softer. And the more time I spent with the sheep, my lion within became quiet again. And then I went back to Dato Sri. I went back to Japa. I attended every training I could get a chance. I spent time with them, followed them, sat down quietly while they were doing their meetings. I just wanted to be in that zone because every time I heard the roar from them, my roar became a bit louder and louder and louder. But then I went back to the sheep. So it was a game. You know, roar, meh, roar, meh, roar, meh, roar, meh. And it didn't help me until one day I decided that I was no longer going to be in any form of association with sheep. I stopped watching TV. I stopped reading newspapers. I stopped spending time with morons who didn't have dreams, who didn't believe in the vision, who laughed at me for being a networker. And the less time I spent with sheep, power of association, and the more time I spent with the lions, Japadas Bisma, and Dato Sri Vijayeshwar, my roar became louder and louder and louder, but it was still inside. It didn't come out yet. And one day when I was standing on stage, that click happened, that magical, unbelievable, emotional outburst of power. My roar came out. And I realized at that moment, oh my God, I'm a lion. It finally happened. I changed, I evolved. I spent time with lions. And I became finally a lion. And then I never stopped roaring for 23 years, guys. I roar all over the world. I roar on my Wednesday message. I roar on Recon stage. I roar everywhere. And I realized the true secret of how I became a lion was a simple concept that I've shared with you thousands of times. Power of association. And if you want to become a lion, spend time with lions. Alright? Beg lions for time. Follow them. It's okay. When I went to Dato Sri Vijay in Japa, I was a sheep. My first word was meh. But after the months with them, after surrendering, after emptying my cup, I finally realized I could roar. And my roar could change the world, could inspire others to want to be a lion. And if you're watching my Wednesday message, if you have a desire to ever become one of the lions in Dato Sri Vijay's pride, in Japa's pride, lions that change the world, lions that inspire others, lions that will fight to death to protect what is theirs, to protect the dreams of their pride, then make sure you spend time with lions. And you will know a lion. When a lion walks into the room, there's a small little tension in the air. Everyone knows. A lion walks proud. A lion has zero fear. It is the king of the jungle, whether it's a lion or lioness. Alright, they are king, queen of the jungle. And they walk. And people are in awe. Almost people want to bow. They are such in awe of a lion. And if you want to become a lion, find your lion. Find your lion and spend time and maintain the power of association any minute, every hour. But let me warn you, when you are with the lion, your roar can be heard. You can hear it inside in your heart. Roar, roar. You can find your heart beating harder and harder, like something wants to come out and burst out of your chest. But the danger is right after that, you go back to the sheep. Now don't spend time with sheep. Avoid them. Do you understand? Alright? The only time you want to spend time with sheep when you're trying to change them to become a lion. Then you got to spend hours Alright, so sheep will come to your power of association, but don't go to their power of association. Go to the lion convention, go to VCon. Don't go to the sheep convention. Because even if a lion goes to the sheep convention and spends enough time, the danger is their roar will eventually turn back to meh, meh, meh. And then they lose their power. They lose the lioness in them. And then they have to come back to the association with the lions. Now for 23 years, Qnet has become the strongest network marketing company. We have conquered the world simply because Dato Sri Vijay built lions. Dato Sri Vijay welcomes everyone. All the sheep come. But he is the specialist. He is the king of the jungle. He knows how to transform sheep to lions. And why the industry of network marketing is afraid of us. Why everyone is trying to poach one of our leaders. Because they know when they get a leader from Qnet, they are not getting a sheep. They are getting a lion. And this is what we have. Now if you want to max out, if you want to be the king of your jungle, you have to transform. And if you're watching me right now and you hear the faint, just close your eyes. And you can hear within your heart a soft roar, roar, roar. That's the lion within you. Your whole exterior is sheep right now. You need to go and find a lion. Be in that lion's zone every single chance you get. And I promise you, one day like me, the lion within will burst out. And you will conquer the world, guys. So to each one of you, listen to me very carefully. It's okay. We all went through a journey surrounded by the association of sheep. And we all became sheep somewhere along the line. But within you, there is a lion. There is a lioness. The king and queen of the jungle. The max out king, the max out queen is inside of you. And if you want to unleash the lion and lioness, follow one rule. Power of association. Spend your time only with lions. And I promise you, you will become one. And the world will hear your roar.